forward, 6 feet 7 inches, number 34, Paul Pierce. At guard, number 3 from the University of Florida, Bradley Beal. And your point guard, number 2 from the University of Kentucky, John Wall. Your head coach is Randy Whitman.
It's an Eastern Conference matchup in today's game as the 76ers come into town for this one. We're all set to bring you NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan, joined as always by Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. So Philadelphia will get the first possession. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Carter Williams and Jay Rich in the backcourt. Hollis Thompson is out there with Nerlens Noel. And it's Embiid in at the 5 down low.
Well, Joel Embiid, born in Cameroon, the son of a professional handball player. He only started playing basketball at the age of 16. He's been playing soccer and volleyball, but I tell you, his development in the game has been rapid.
Now here's Beal. Here's Nene. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
But the defense just looked a little lazy on the glass there.
Yeah, nobody boxing out. That's inexcusable.
And for Embiid, his countryman and NBA veteran Luke Richard Mbamute spotted him at a camp in Africa. That was the start of it all.
Came over to the U.S., didn't play a whole lot in high school, expected to redshirt at Kansas, but ended up starting from day one. And the thing I liked about him was he almost improved, not just game to game. You could see improvement within games.
That's a great
Embiid.
point. You're right. And it's blocked by Gortat. Wall against Carter Williams. Wall dishes to Nene. Wall with it. Nene the pass to Wall. Blocked, and they're able to recover. Fast break Philadelphia. Richardson's running. Here's Carter Williams. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Carter Williams has got his first bucket in this one. Wizards have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Outside, Wall. Gortat with the screen for Pierce. Shot off the screen, and Wall gets it to go in on the assist by Pierce.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a nice look.
Poor job by the defender to not fight over or around that screen.
Carter Williams kicks to Embiid. Washington with the rebound. And here we go. Washington fast break. It's deflected and stolen by Richardson. Now the pass to Carter Williams. Thompson outside. Kicks it to Noel. Washington with the rebound. Nene's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Nene with the screen on Richardson. Wall dishes to Beal. Pass to Gortat. Pierce for 3. No luck. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Now here's Carter Williams. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Noel sets a screen for Carter Williams. Just 5 to shoot. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Heads up, aggressive play right there. He saw the smaller man on him, took it straight to the basket.
Outside, Wall. Gortat with a screen on Carter Williams. By Pierce.
How about that? Gets it off right in the face of the big fella. Quick release.
And operating on the perimeter like that negates some of the height disadvantage, too.
Now here's Carter Williams. Thompson passes to Carter Williams. Pierce against Thompson. Now Richardson. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
You know, the Sixers have really undergone a complete reversal in recent years from a team with a very old-school, traditional front office to a team that's now focused on the science and analytics of winning basketball. And quite honestly, guys, we're seeing more and more teams embrace the analytics side of things.
That's good from Richardson. And for the Sixers, their new stat-driven decision-making permeates the organization from ownership, Steve, to the front office, all the way down to the coaching staff.
Well, it's where the league seems to be going, Kevin. You know, teams are trying to think further ahead and see opportunities for strategic advantages. But look, it's still a balance. You've got to have chemistry and coaching, and those numbers will come in play. But they can't be the be-all, end-all.
He doesn't get the second one.
Wizards forced their way into the playoffs last year, but they could have been a lot better at home as they left a lot of wins on the table last season.
Again, Pierce missing.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
Yeah, not enough defensive coverage there to prevent him from...
Oh!
Look out!
That is up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
Yeah, it really does allow your offense to flow better. When you can get out and run and get easy opportunities, then everybody gains confidence.
Richardson, good.
Well, I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
Well, that's the key to basketball. Get the ball inside into the paint, either with a pass or with penetration.
And Wall kicks to Pierce. Passes it to Beal. Gortat with the screen for Beal. Releases. That one a little long.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Offensive rebound. Noel. They recover it. Richardson kicks to Thompson. Embiid sets the pick for Carter Williams. Back to Thompson. Here's Richardson.
Well, he's got to watch himself now. I mean, that's 2 fouls already, and he can't afford another one.
The shot goes in as the ref calls the blocking foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
Washington foul call. Bradley Beal. That's his second personal.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
And right from the start, guys, it's apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Nene left side. And Gortat kicks to Wall. Shot clock at 6.
For a lot of players, leading comes naturally, but for John Wall and the Wizards, his teammates had to goad it out of him in order for him to start leading the way. When he did embrace that role, it did wonders for the franchise.
It's his first trip to the line.
And he was up over the 80% mark from the free throw line last year. I'm sure he was pretty happy with those numbers.
Guys, I thought he got into a groove last year at the charity stripe, and I thought he maintained it deep into the season as well.
Miller's checked in for the Wizards. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
Yeah, it's a physical game, and so far the numbers show that they've got the edge on the glass.
Richardson against Nene. Now here's Carter Williams. He's guarded closely. Shot from 12, and he gets it to go.
It's far as Wall and leadership, you know, seemingly been hesitant to lead his first few years in the league, but it's become more prominent the last few years as he's gained more confidence and he's grown more comfortable in his role.
Lets it go from 11. The shot by Pierce will not go.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
And here is Carter Williams. There's the feed to Embiid. And a strong finish with two hands. Well, Clark, a clear lane to the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
Well, he had no choice but to take that one to the bucket.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. John Wall certainly seems to have the respect of his team, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. As a young guy who's running the point guard position, his teammates have great confidence in him as a leader, and you could see that in his growth this past season.
Wizards trail by 7. It's Pierce on the wing. Back to Wall. Outside Pierce. Nice ball movement by Washington. Here's Nene. From 6 feet out, he nails it. Nene's got his second basket.
Really nice work inside there. He'll always give you a battle on the interior, guys.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
I was able to talk with Brett Brown for a moment. We talked about some of the matchups he'll be watching in this game, and he told me, quote, "I'll be looking at how we deal with Marcin Gortat. He's a guy who can score in any number of ways, posting up, pulling up from outside, or rolling to the rim. And he's also a factor on the glass. Guys, Gortat might not be a household name, but he's an impact big man in this league, no question."
Thanks a lot, Doris.
That's one he knows he should have made.
The 76ers leading by 5. Carter Williams with it. Embiid is at the elbow. To the middle. Stolen by Pierce. And here we go. The Wizards fast break. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Now that is a quick bucket. Pretty good in transition.
That's right. That's exactly right. He loves when he gets the chance to get out and run. That's when he's at his best.
So for the Wizards, DeJuan Blair. He's checked in for Gortat. Humphries comes in for Nene. And Porter subbed in for Paul Pierce. That free throw good from Miller.
Andre Miller with 15 seasons under his belt. He says he thinks he can play until he's 40. And I'll tell you, with his style of play, it doesn't seem like a stretch. He's low to the ground. He plays with a craftiness that really doesn't require a ton of speed.
6 on the shot clock. Roten, an amazing finish with a hand right in his face. And the 76ers lead by 4. Wizards have gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. Blair, the screen. And Wall kicks to Porter. Back to Wall. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
And Andre Miller is really a crafty ball handler. It's amazing the numbers he's produced over his career without being a high flyer, without being super fast. What he is highly skilled, smart, tough, durable, uses changes of speed, and the strength he has served him well as a post-up guard and also in being able to play through contact in the lane.
The dish to Porter. Now, here is Miller. Defense is right there. And yes, sir, that one drops. Miller's got 5 now. The 76ers leading by 4. And Steve, you talk about Miller's strength and his deceptiveness. One of the best post-up point guards in the NBA.
Yeah, maybe the best over the course of his career. He's got that little bank shot from the mid-post. Unbelievable footwork and spin moves. He's got all the tricks in his book.
Clock at 6. Shoots from 12. Hits the front of the rim and out.
That was not pretty there. You got to make that one, but maybe that's not his range.
Now here's Shved. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Back to Grant. Feeds it to Shved. He dishes it to Roten. Offensive rebound. Grant kicks to Roten. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
Wizards trail by 6. Blair, the screen. And it's Miller in the corner. Over to the wing. Porter dishes to Miller. Pass to Porter. He kicks it to Wall. Backed in off the glass. Wall's got 7.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, he's shooting the ball extremely well.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. The 76ers leading by 4. And Shved kicks to Roten. Dishes to Sims. He feeds it to Shved. The pass to Mbamute. Tries again. The shot by Sims, no good. Washington's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Offensive rebound. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
22 seconds on the shot clock. 22.
The 76ers shooting well right out of the gates here at around 50%. And Shved kicks to Roten. Trying his luck deep. The shot is off, and it's Washington the other way.
In terms of rebounding, it's been a sensational opening quarter.
I like sensational. That's a good word for it.
Didn't really try to take on the D by himself. I like that. Very unselfish play.
Now Shved. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. All sorts of time. Roten, no good.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots just have not dropped for him today.
19 seconds left in the first. It's Wall with the drive. Miller kicks to Wall. Just 5 on the clock. The shot goes down and he gets this game back to even. Wall's got 9 points.
That's just run-of-the-mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
Here's Roten. Tie game in Washington. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And when you consider how the Wizards are doing, Stephen Clark, your thoughts?
And they set the tone there defensively with their shot blocking. So they've been really intimidating down in the paint area.
You know, and the rest of the game, Steve, shooters will be looking around for the shot blockers because of what's happened in this quarter.
The Wizards shooting an efficient 53% from the field. Beal teams up with Pierce on the perimeter. Chris Humphries is out there with Nene, and it's Miller in at the 1. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Wizards. Here's Beal, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, you saw it a little at the back of his rookie year, and he continued it last season. Brad Beal, he's going to be a dynamic scoring guard in this league.
And Bradley Beal listed at 6'5" in his shoes, but he plays bigger.
Yeah, he's from a football family. He'll throw his weight around to get a rebound. He still needs to work on getting to the basket. But I think this guy has a tremendous future.
Well, the Wizards very high on their young, athletic backcourt of John Wall and Bradley Beal. Both so young and lively. They can run the floor and score. I get the feeling they feel like the backcourt is really the foundation for this franchise moving forward.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. And Beal with his great outside shooting, a nice compliment to John Wall.
You know, you watch Wall, how much he's improved as a shooter, but he's best really attacking off the dribble. With Beal spacing the floor, I think they make a nice 1-2 punch.
And it's blocked, but they'll get another chance. Miller inside, working on Williams.
Excellent, really solid job actually by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Moultrie setting the pick for Carter Williams. Kicks it to Mbah a Moute. From 11 feet away, Carter Williams can't get it to go. And here we go with Andre Miller. Here's Pierce. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Pierce has got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Wizards. Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, the Sixers going young, and Coach Brett Brown explained their philosophy, saying, we try to highlight athletes and length. At this stage, we're trying to grow a blue-collar, hard-nosed defensive program. We take those athletes, put them in a defensive system, and get them playing in the open court. That's the flavor of what we're trying to do. Kevin, back to you.
Putting those young legs to use, Doris. Thanks. The 76ers shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Over in the corner, Mbah a Moute. Pass to Sims. Mbah a Moute with it, and it's Miller picking him up. 6 to shoot. Mbah a Moute, the pass to Sims, and Mbah a Moute kicks to Carter Williams. Tries a three, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Gortat's checked in for Chris Humphries. Nerlens Noel checks in for Philadelphia. Thompson comes in for Mbah a Moute. Wizards have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Nene with the screen on Carter Williams. Nene setting the pick for Miller. Passes to Beal. They set the pick. And a great assist by Miller as that one goes in. Beal's got the lead up to 2 now for Washington. Here's a chance for them to retake the lead.
Tell you what, they've done well to stick around these last few minutes.
Williams up on top, covered by Miller. Williams dishes to Thompson. Back to Williams. Just 5 on the clock. Gortat with the rebound. Wizards have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Beal the pass to Miller. Nene outside. Makes it off the glass. Now it's a 4-point Wizards lead.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
Well, they continue to find the open man and play unselfishly. This is true team basketball we're seeing.
And Carter Williams gets it to go on the assist by Noel. 6 points for Michael Carter Williams. Wizards have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Miller outside. Now here's Beal. He's covered by Noel. Clock at 6. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Well, Nerlens Noel's rookie season, essentially a medical redshirt, recovering from ACL surgery in early 2013. So this will be his true rookie season.
And Nerlens Noel projected as the #1 draft pick based on his defensive impact as a freshman Clark at Kentucky, but the knee injury dropped him to number 6.
Yeah, you're drafting that high. General manager's looking for an immediate impact player in the draft. Concerns about that knee and his slight build caused him to slide, but if he gets healthy, and add some weight to that frame, I think he could be a real presence defensively.
The 76ers making a switch here. Embiid's checked in. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. The Wizards making the playoffs last season for the first time in the last 6 years, playing around 500 basketball. Steve, what's the upside for this team in your opinion?
Well, their depth and history of injuries have to be a concern, Kevin. I mean, in the East, they'll remain a playoff team, but a contender for the title, I don't know.
Here's Beal. Nene with the screen on Williams. Williams against Beal. Nene kicks to Beal, and Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And, you know, part of the depth issue for the Wizards is they struggled to find difference makers in the draft. Aside from taking John Wall 1st overall back in 2010, their selections have more than often left a bit to be desired.
There's Williams with the 3, and it's Nene with the rebound. Nene's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And stolen by Noel. Knocked away. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Well, you look at some of the best picks in Wizards history. Earl Monroe, Wes Unseld. Great players, but not as many great picks. And that's frankly why this has been one of the NBA's less successful teams over the years.
Washington calls timeout.
Nene, a 6'11" Brazilian big man, strong and quick-footed with a nice touch. He's a quality two-way player. And for him, as it is the case with a lot of players, it's about health. You know, over the course of his 12-year career, he's missed almost a third of available games due to injury.
The Wizards with the lead. Miller kicks to Nene. On the wing, Miller. Carter Williams covering. And there's the feed to Beal. There's the dish to Pierce. 6 to shoot. Elbow shot. Beal's shot is good. Beal's got 6 here in this quarter. You talk about Nene's troubles at times staying on the court, Steve. Some say he's unwilling to play through pain.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's the case. You know, all I know is that when he's healthy, he is one of the most effective big men in the NBA, and he had a terrific run in the playoffs last year, particularly in that Chicago series.
That's good.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
No, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, I mean, they have to start shutting down some of those lanes to the hoop.
Feeds it to Beal. Back to Miller. The Wizards working the ball around now. Gortat with the screen for Beal. Freed up. Nice work off the pick. Beal's got 8 points.
And he's shaking off a poor first quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
Carter Williams dishes to Embiid. It's Williams with the drive. Outside Williams. The shot misses. Wizards leading by 3. Pierce kicks to Miller. Gortat with a screen on Thompson. Back to Miller. The tray. And the shot is good. 10 points for him.
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
76ers have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. It's Thompson off the drive. Thompson right side. Williams with the ball. Now Beal defending. Here's Carter Williams. Again, Carter Williams missing. Wizards have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Some firepower, Clark and Steve, from this offense.
Yeah, Kevin, how about the air of confidence? I mean, they really look like they believe in what they're doing.
Yeah, a little swagger here from this team. They're in a nice groove.
Nene. Beal against Williams. No good. And the 76ers go the other way with it. Right side, Williams. Thompson outside. He dishes it to Carter Williams. Washington with the rebound. Miller takes to Beal. Back to Miller. Rebound by the 76ers. Noel's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Tries to snap the cold streak. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's on Nene.
Sixers coach Brett Brown, a reputation for being demanding, but also having a great rapport with players. You know, it's always a challenge with a young team that is struggling for wins, but I thought Brown really did a nice job last year.
Coach Brown hoping to build a culture of effort, even as the team weathered the early losses.
You know, he had the Sixers push the tempo and play at a frenetic pace. And again, looking to establish a style of play and culture. Their best chance to win, I think, is by playing that way.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. DeJuan Blair. He's checked in for Nene. Porter comes in for Paul Pierce. And it's John Wall in for Miller. Philadelphia also making some changes. Richardson, he's checked in for Thompson. Roten comes in for Williams. And it's Alexei Shved in for Carter Williams. Wall passes to Beal. Back to Wall. Blair, the screen. It's Wall with the drive. Beal dishes to Gortat. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Wizards lead by 7.
And no mistakes on the offensive execution there.
Now here's Shved, covered by Wall. Here's Roten, sinks it from just inside the baseline. Roten's got 6 points. Wizards leading by 5. And here's Wall. 9 points in the game so far. Porter in the corner. Launches it. And it's Wall. That time the assist from Porter. That's 12 points for Wall.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, guys, Brett Brown overseeing a major rebuild project as head coach of the Sixers. He said, you can get tricked by potential, but ultimately it gets down to integrity, character, competitiveness, and toughness. When you cut to the chase, those qualities mean more to me. Those non-negotiables keep me on track. They ground me. Kevin, fascinating stuff.
So much of building a team and a program is defining that culture and the expectations. Thanks, Doris. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Washington.
And they're knocking down that mid-range jumper so far.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
And he knocks down the first one.
John Wall is 6'4", with a 39-inch vertical leap and long arms to boot, is an elite physical specimen when it comes to the point guard position.
Chris Humphries has checked in for Washington. And then for Philadelphia, Sims is checked in, and Mbah a Moute comes in for Noel. And so Wall nails both of them. And Wall, a blur, guys, in the open court. Perhaps, Steve, perhaps the fastest player in the league end-to-end. He is devastating in transition.
Yeah, he's so tough to stop around the rim, even in the half court. But when he gets ahead of steam going, he can get into the lane and then finish with either hand. So, man, he is tough to stop.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
And the defense fouling there to prevent that layup, forcing 2 free throws here.
Nice job that time of attacking the paint and drawing the contact. They'll take that.
The 76ers shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. That's good from Richardson.
I think looking at the Sixers, anytime that you go through a 21-game losing streak during any point of the season, you know you're going to be near the bottom of the conference standings.
And Richardson drops them both.
What is surprising about the 76ers last year, they had the long losing streak, but somehow managed not to finish at the bottom of the East.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. Well, thinking of Philly in the East again, Clark, the fact that they didn't finish dead last after that losing streak says more about the conference than the 76ers.
Well, I guess I could agree with that. I mean, if you go 14-38 against the rest of the East like the 76ers did, you expect to be at the bottom, but amazingly they avoided that last year. Actually, I will agree. It was more of a testament to the East and its lack of quality play.
And he sinks the second.
It was predicted by many, and I count myself amongst those who felt the Wizards would take a nice step forward and be one of the surprise teams in the East, and they certainly didn't disappoint.
And that assist earned him a little nod from his teammate after the basket.
Wizards leading by 7. .125 left here in the second. That's good.
This switch has definitely been flipped to on this quarter, guys.
Wizards guys ended 5th in the conference, and as you guys were talking about, a lot of people called that heading into the season. That was their projection for it.
Well, injuries derailed their 2013 campaign, Kevin, and they just seemed like a team ready to break out, and break out they did. I mean, 33 wins against the rest of the East. They jumped into that playoff picture.
They get it again. Misses the baby hook.
Well, that's a bad miss right there. I mean, you'd like to see him be a little more assertive when he has such good position.
And Wall kicks to Beal. Beal with another miss.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
Yeah, not enough defensive coverage there to prevent him from firing that time. But, yeah, I think if he's open, he's got to let that thing fly. A little confusion defensively.
Yeah, you know what? He sent the D a little message with that 3.
Now here's Wall. He's tightly guarded. Can't connect from short range.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Richardson kicks to Roten. The shot is off.
I like the work there, contesting that shot that looked like it was going to be easy, but they forced the miss.
You know what? He got it in close, but couldn't finish in traffic.
And so that brings the first half to a close. Wizards out front, leading by 6. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, a good first half, Bradley, for the team and you specifically. You've got a football player like Bill that just seems made for playing aggressively. And we know you come from a family that loves football. Do you bring that approach out onto the basketball court?
Oh, you have to. This is a physical game. You see the refs they call a lot of hard fouls, but sometimes they don't call them. So, I mean, you can't complain about it. You just have to just keep attacking. And these guys are big. I mean, this is the NBA, so you have to be physical and not complain and try to go strong every time you go to the basket.
Bradley, thank you for the time. Guys, over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow here on 2K Sports.